What?
When are you coming home?
Hey, I don't have to tell you anything anymore.
Just wait till you get home.
What? We got divorced a year ago.
What?
Just give me a second, okay? I'm not the same person anymore. I'm sorry.
Okay. I'm taking the dog with me.
Diesel died. Diesel died over a year ago.
You need to see your crazy doctor again in New York.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Come home now. We'll talk about this. Why are we meeting in a hotel?
Ellie, I don't know what's going on. The only thing I can remember is that you and I were fighting every day and then we got a divorce. You don't remember? When Diesel died, the dog died, and you and I were fighting every day. We hated each other. You don't remember?
Don't you love me anymore? What's happening to us? We've been through so much together. We were together today in the morning.
No, Ellie, no. I woke up alone this morning. I walked out the house alone. I went to the park and I asked some stranger like what time it was. They said some weird time like 4:17 in the morning.
Then it was me who asked the time. I was in the park talking with you.
What?
Yeah. And then I left to go to work. And when I called and asked when you were going home, you seemed to have forgotten all about me. You were going on about some imaginary divorce we never had.
Ellie, what about this, okay? I have currency in my wallet that I've never seen before from other countries. Like, how did this get here?
thinking?
Are you sure? Because it seems like he's about to get violent, and I didn't sign up for this.
You're trained enough.
But
Send me a location. I'm sending a special activities team over to take him back to the lab. You just keep him there by any means necessary.
Benz, where have you been? You haven't called me? Your phone has been off the line?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's going on. I think.
Look, don't say anything. This is an unsecure line.
What? What's an unsecure line?
Call me on my private number. They're coming for you right now. Get out.
What? Ellie! What the hell? Ah! Get off! God dang!
You just had to keep him there. His training is kicking in, and that's why he's left his phone behind, so we can't track him. Soon he'll start to remember everything. Good thing you delivered another dose.
But I didn't. That's my mace.
No, it's not a mace, but it looks like a mace to others. It contains Agent X417.
What's that?
Classified, way above the pay grade.
Look, somebody tipped him off. Benz came out of that bathroom completely different. This operational failure wasn't my fault. We have a rat.
We're analyzing his phone right now, but I hope you got him good with it. X417 is quite potent.
You knew how I'd react. How?
PsyOps, baby. PsyOps.
How many people have you dosed with this drug? These are good agents you're using as tools. Benz was a great agent, and now look at him. He doesn't even know who he is.
That's again way above your pay grade.
I'm not stupid. I know the experiments the Germans did with drugs, and you guys are continuing it in the US.
You are choosing a difficult path for yourself, little worm.
Hello? Where are you calling from?
I'm in my old hotel room. Figured that this would be the last place to look.
Man, it's crazy.
Relax. I got a new computer and everything, just to be safe.
A new Zoom account?
Well, we're using Telegram now, but it's a secure account.
Okay, that's good. You don't understand how dangerous these people are.
Wait, Doc, how do you know these people?
I'm CIA, just like you.
What? Doc, my whole life feels like a lie.
Welcome to the CIA. Trust no one.
Okay, what about my wife?
You don't have a life, man.
Yeah, actually, that makes sense.
Yeah, and if you ever see a man with that hat,
A hat?
if you do see him, run.
Okay, but what am I supposed to do for
I
now?
need to go. I'm not sure. Check into a hospital or something. They drugged you big time with some new experimental stuff.
Remember to follow Conrad's flag. Remember to follow Conrad's.
Listen, Vance, I'm not at home anymore.
What happened?
I checked into a hotel. It's not safe for me at home. It was where I live.
Who is this guy?
I can't tell you that. I'm sending you a dossier on him. If something happens to me, then at least you'll know who did it. I don't know how death feels, but it is close. I wasn't ever going to be ready, but somehow time decides for you anyway.
Dr. Zuckerman, nothing is gonna happen to you.
You don't understand. CIA has no mercy, Vance. No mercy. Save yourself if you can. They're like the IRS. They'll squeeze you till you die, and then you're finally free. Vance, I've committed many crimes myself. I'm not an innocent man. I worked on the Iran-Contra narcotics deal way back then. I worked with so many bloodthirsty rebels in Central America, Latinos. The CIA was deeply involved with the Zapatista National Army, the Subcomandante. We armed them, we drugged them, we caused so much bloody war. The whole CIA, man, it is neck deep in blood veins. We were the bad guys, the real bad guys. You know this whole refugee migrant crisis, the whole southern border thing? That's us. It's all CIA.
Doc, I get that you're confessing or whatever right now. I understand. But I need to get my life back. heart.
This has got to end.
CIA, and I'm trying to get to the bottom of that. I have recordings, and I'm going to be finding out what's going on. You know, I don't want to have another problem. I already have the NSA on my tail. They're already investigating. They're trying to set up another church committee into what we're doing, man. And I'm not going to let that happen, Josh. You know why? Because I'm the last of the old breed, man. We were conducting experiments that, you know, they did in the 60s, 70s, MK Ultra. The CIA this time. There is gonna be no church committee. Part 2. There isn't gonna be the NSA investigating the CIA. But if we have a leak in the CIA, things could get bad for us. You know, there are no comebacks. Once you betray the organization, look at Ellie. Look what happened to her. We had to take her out, man. She was gonna talk to the NSA. She was weak. She knew too much. Josh, you know that. You know, in the 70s, you know, the goddamn NSA was interviewing the CIA employees, and they were talking like jailbirds, giving them plea bargains and deals. This time, there is gonna be nobody talking, because they know there's gonna be no bargaining with the devil. And this time, Operation Hair is gonna go forward.
Operation Idiot. Eyes in the sky. Agent JC in sight. He advised. He is on the move. Alpha Team, continue surveillance. Do not engage target.
Eyes in the sky, on the yellow cab. Continue surveillance. Do not engage.
Dr. Stewart can't use you, then he'll use Crooks. So that's this conspiracy was right to the top of things. That's they think of mind Kill the JFK, man. JFK, stop them. Kill the disorder. Kill that motherfucker. They're not even hiding, dude. Vince, you are this country's big, last, and best hope. I will run. It is too late for me.
Whatever. Right now, I understand. But I need to get my life back.
Dr. Sword, I think we just found your rat.
Breathing the air was never about the ends. It's about the humanity.
MK Ultra succeeded beyond our expectations. We have Agent Ben's in partial retrograde amnesia with successful administration of Agent 417 by now deceased Agent Ellie. Agent Benz is questioning reality, and soon with the administration of Agent 416, Benz will be at our MK command for high-value Operation Hare. However, if in the event Benz fails, then we have another agent on loan from the Blackstone Corporation, and who has successfully taken Agent 416 and has demonstrated exceptional field capability. Operation Hare is a go. This is the agency-wide DEFCON alert of a compromised agent. Be advised the termination order of Agent JC has been issued. Alpha Team, be advised. It is hot. The hair is going in. Alpha Team, okay, we have a go. We have a go. Alpha 1, we have a go. Take the perimeter. You're gonna Good Street. You're gonna cover the cafe and the hotel from the front. Alpha 2, you're gonna go around the back.
Hey, cops, fuck you.
We have a go.
Fuck you, cops.
Have a go. Over. Termination order of Agent JC has been issued and is to be pursued with extreme prejudice. Alpha 1 and Alpha 2 SAD teams are tasked with Operation Gideon. Successful completion is mandated tonight before high-value Operation Hare begins.
snoring like a pig again.
You snore too, old friend.
I trust
Yeah. I'm tired of this shit.
you. So you want to retire now?
Yeah, I'm 65 years old.
Okay. We can work something.
And I can't stand what you're doing to those young agents. What did you become?
Something diabolical is what you think I've become. No, I'm trying to accelerate the human race. My age in 416, humanity will evolve.
Humanity, evolution. Remember the Indians when they were flying high on ayahuasca with the ancestors? And we gave them cocaine labs, alcohol, the almighty dollar. Look what we did. We destroyed them completely.
They're expendable. They're all expendable. You're expendable.
Okay, look. All I want to do is see the city one last time.
Okay, we can go for a walk. New York City, the old city where you got married, divorced.
Yeah, I remember. I remember when you were a young medical student. You had this promising career. I remember what you did with your medical training. It became something diabolical. I can't even believe that I let you into my family.
People change.
Yeah, and you have changed.
All right, old man. Look, your phone's ringing.
There.
Benz, we're on your side. Benz, whatever people might have told you, it's not true. You gotta know what's the reality. Benz, Dr. Sword is your friend. You have been giving Agent 417. Now you must take 416 in the lab to accelerate your mind to the level of the universe. You will understand everything what happens in the universe into something else that you so many questions people have. Benz, don't you want to see what the universe is like? Benz, we are your friend. Sword is your friend. Benz, Dr. Sword is your friend. Into the lab. Now you must take all your universe is not what so many questions people have. Reality that you about the universe. Nobody has any answers to other realities. You will be the first to come. Take this journey.
Benz, you okay? Benz, I've come to take you back.
Ruined my life.
Benz, you were part of a program that was going to accelerate your mind into something that the world has never seen. Agent 7 was going to change the world, accelerate humanity. Come back to the lab with me.
Yeah, but did you ask me? Did you
ask for my consent?
Benz, we got no time. Benz, don't do anything stupid. Put it down.
I'm so sorry.
Dr. Sword. Code Agent 417. Requesting medevac. Hello? Can anyone hear me? This is Agent 417. Need immediate medevac. Severe wound. Trauma. Need surgical intervention immediately. 42 X A 417. Lost a lot of blood. Come in. Reading you loud and clear. Yeah. Negative. Negative. No, it's not working. Okay. It's coming through the transmission. Working. Yes. Over.
Operation Hare is a go.